Hi, Carlos.
Hello, Marissa.
Hi.
Marissa, you're the early bird.
Marissa, you got into a fight with your cat.
I didn't get into a fight with him. He just fell on my face.
What?
Honestly, it looked like your cat won. Yeah, I'm not gonna say
Yeah,
anything.
I was laying on the couch and he was sitting on like the back of the couch on a blanket and like slipped and fell and like landed right on top of me and like scratched me. And
Oh. When I first saw you with it, I was going like this to my screen, like, what's on my screen? What's on her face?
Yes. It was horrible. Now it's almost gone.
Oh, yeah.
It was horrible when it first happened. It's horrible.
Bummer. Did you find the video, Carlos?
Yes, sir.
Marissa, you ready to tell some stories about profit share?
I don't have any profit share. I'm just here for enthusiasm.
Grammarly can help. This sentence is grammatically
correct. We gotta change that, Marissa.
I'm working on it.
Yes. Well, we want to work with you.
Thanks.
What? What's going on now? What?
I guess my biggest frustration is that I've been working a lot like in the Trumbull area. I'm not a huge fan of that market center. And then people don't want to come down to Stanford. I don't want to recruit into a market center I don't have any confidence in.
I hear you. We got to work on that too.
Marissa, we have the same little thing over there.
What little thing? Yes. This thing has been with me for ages and ages and ages. It's some like POS, like Walmart thing that if you like blow too hard, it'll fall down. But the books are doing a pretty good job of like grounding it.
Very Manhattan apartment like.
Oh, so we get your real background today. We don't get your Onward Office background, huh?
Oh, man. Yeah, that's my real background.
I've been wanting to like set this up like a, with like, what's that? Is it Sports Center or is it a financial show where they have like all the talking heads and there's this guy who always has a whiteboard in the background with like a message on it. Usually it's making fun of him, but it's always funny. I thought that would be great to have.
I don't know. I don't watch so much TV.
Ellie, are you in?
Is it just us?
I don't know.
Who's going ham over there?
Can you hear him? He's just crying, just crying.
Just put on higher.
Probably confused. Who else is on? Whose iPhone? Mystery person.
They can't see us, can they?
I don't know.
Can't see you.
Did she say Kathy?
No.
Oh,
What
it's
do you say?
Victor.
Hello, Steve.
Oh, Victor, I figured I recognized your voice.
Yeah.
You can't see us, can you?
No, I can't.
Good.
Good. Let's keep it that way.
I would like to. Come on. We'll wait a couple more minutes, see who else shows up.
Well, everyone else must have enough money in the bank, not worry about profit share.
Yeah, right.
Profit share is a nice thing to fall back on right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
So
it is.
Steve, Rick is advising, suggesting that agents apply for unemployment if there'll be a period that they don't have a paycheck.
Mhm.
And so what, like, I know sometimes if you collect unemployment and then you still get like paid, not from unemployment, like through a normal job, like when
I
you,
don't think.
at what
I
point do
don't
we have
think
to
it
get back?
Yeah, I don't think that applies. Like usually you're booted out of unemployment once you get paid or they deduct it. I don't think that applies this go round. I think he's going to talk more about it at 4:30.
Really? Okay. Because that's really my question. Like, if I get like some sort of unemployment check and then 2 weeks later I have a closing, does that mean I'm going to have to repay all that unemployment?
No. No.
I think at least the way it works, I don't know the way it works in Connecticut, but the way it works in New York is that you have to report the week that you got paid, and that week you
That
won't
week
get
I won't get one. Right.
Right.
Interesting.
because for the most part you're getting paid for stuff that you did way before that. You know.
Before, right.
Totally.
Girl?
You're hearing us. The one that was covering for front desk.
Oh. Marissa, did you get an email from me just now about this
About
class?
profit share party? Yeah, that's how I know. Because it
Okay.
wasn't on the daily. Oh, yes, it is. It is on the daily calendar. I lied.
Okay.
Who that is?
And they Stanford.
Oh.
That used to cover at the front desk when we had nobody.
For you to talk, you had to push something, right?
No,
Carlos, you going to sing us a song?
I don't know how to do it.
This is my therapy.
Awesome. Should write a song about profit share.
Actually, I did. I attended one semester at Berkeley College of Music, and it was the most difficult thing I've ever had to do, but probably one of the most expensive things I've ever done in my whole life. But what I learned was that I can write about anything, because they started off with simple stuff. They were like, write about a heartbreak. Okay, so this, you have 2 days to write about, about falling in love. And that was easy. And then they started changing it, and they said, okay, this topic due tomorrow is you have to write about a propeller. So your song is about a propeller. That was the toughest song I've ever written in my whole life. But
That's Berkeley up in Boston, right?
yeah. But what they showed me was that a talent is not something that you only get sporadic. Songwriting only comes to you sporadically. No, you can write at any time that you want. You have to learn how to go in and pull that talent out, nourish it, make it yours, dominate it.
Cool. Hello, everybody. Hi, Donna, Nelly, Diego. Diego, we want to see you, man. Put your video on. Michelle. All right, awesome. So we'll wait one more minute and see who else is showing up. Okay, let's get started, Carlos. So everybody, thank you for coming. You want to unmute everybody, Carlos, for a minute?
Sure. Yes, I would.
Just want everybody to say hi real quick.
Unmute Paul.
Didn't work.
Hi.
Hey, Steve. Hey, Steve. How are you?
Good morning.
Hi,
Morning.
good morning, guys.
Nelly,
Morning.
Michelle, Victor, and Kathy. I already said hi to you guys. So we're going to talk about profit share, obviously, in a changed world. I mean, profit share is still there, guys. There's still profit share happening. And like Victor said a minute ago, all of us, should, the opportunity with profit share is times like this, you could be depending on it because that cash flow could still be coming in if your closings aren't happening. Or there's fewer closings happening anyway. So we want to talk about it and how to go about it in this changed environment of ours. I'm on a Facebook page. It's Team Leaders Making It Happen, and we're all sharing ideas on there. And there's some great ideas out there. So real quick, we just go around. I'll ask Marissa first. What is your goal for profit share this year?
To get at least 2 people on my downline.
Okay. I would urge you to up that number. We'll work on that. Donna.
Sure. We can pray about it, Steve.
Yes, we will. Donna, what's your goal, Donna?
Well, I was going to say 2 also, but you smacked Marissa's hand, so.
I took the meeting for you, Donna.
I'm with you.
Okay.
I would love to have it be 5, but I'll go for 2. Stretch
Okay.
for 5.
Stretch for 5.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Michelle.
I'll go for 5.
Okay. Great. Diego, you're working hard on it, and Diego's going to talk to us later. But what's your goal this year?
Now with the new addition, I think that we could add another 5 people.
You totally can. You totally can.
For sure.
Nelly, what would you say?
Hi, Steve. Yeah, I'm planning at least 10 people in my line.
Okay, 10 people. I like it. I like it. Victor and Kathy.
Let's go for a half a dozen.
Okay. Hey, Steve, what do you say?
I was looking for 1 a quarter. So I have 1 for the first quarter, looking for 3 more.
Okay, I like it. That's great. Patricia, what would your goal be?
Okay.
At least I will say 5 for this year.
I love it. Love it. Homes for Sale CT. Who is that?
And he runs a supplement company.
I'm not sure who that is. I'm not sure. You're still muted, whoever that is. Lydia.
Okay.
Goal? Maybe they can't hear me. Is there anybody I'm missing? No, okay, good. All right, can you mute everybody, Carlos? So we're going to talk. I think I'm muted. Did you hear me? We're going to talk about strategies. First, we're going to go to a video. Carlos, you want to bring us to that video? This is Jay Cermak. Jay Cermak he works for KWRI right now. He goes on a tech roadshow. I sat next to Jay at Family Reunion when we went to the Ben Kinney session. He is awesome, and he has a couple words to share with us about profit share. Now, this is a little bit dated, guys, but it's basic, and then we'll talk about it afterwards.
Jay Cermak here.
Can you guys hear it?
I want to talk today about profit share. This is an amazing opportunity available to every agent from day one to your lifetime and through your children's lifetime or your charity of choice, right? It keeps going. Mo Anderson teaches us that imagine profit share is a giant pile of money sitting on a table, and all you have to do to get it is to talk to somebody. What other company gives you that kind of opportunity to receive owner profit by having a conversation, to not have to invest your own money into it? So is profit share real? Well, in the second quarter of 2018, we gave back $60.3 million to our associates. And since we started Profit Share back in the 80s, we've given back over $1 billion. $1 billion of money the owners could have kept in their pocket, and instead they have chosen to give it back to the agents as a reward for growing the company. And we're going to give back $1 billion in the next 5 years. It's moving that fast. And our agents joining. Yes, we had 6,000 new associates in the US last month alone. How many of them named you as a sponsor? Who could you be having conversations with? I watched an amazing video with Mary Tennant, and I'm going to post the link in the comments below so that you can actually watch this. And she talked about, think about a profit share appointment, just like your listing appointment. However, when you go on a listing appointment, you're going to get paid for that one transaction. When you go on an appointment with another agent to have a conversation about them and their business, you're going to have a legacy conversation because you have an opportunity to build not only the money that comes in during your lifetime, it's a legacy worth leaving to the children. The money will live on forever for a small appointment. Because remember, it's not recruiting. You do not recruit. That is the job of the team leader. That's my job. You are simply giving a referral to your team leader. And just like a normal referral, you don't need to go into the details about money. You don't have to worry about the logistics of things. You simply have a conversation about, hi, how can I help you? Where do you need help? And see if Keller Williams can help you the way they helped me. That's the conversation. So let me give you 3 easy scripts that you can be using today in your business to help you take advantage of this amazing opportunity. So the first one will be co-op agents. Who are you doing a deal with that you talk to on a regular basis about the transaction? And one of the greatest scripts I've learned is that you can simply say, hey, Mary, it's been great working with you on 123 Main Street. You've been really knowledgeable and helpful. You know, give a compliment in there. And I just want to say thank you. I was telling my team leader how great it was to work with you. And my team leader would like to call and say thank you. Would you take their call? That's it. Thank you so much, Mary. Listen for Jay's call. He's going to be calling you, right? That's a script. And then the team leader knows how to take it from there and have a conversation. That's a warm setup. It's a compliment. It's feeding their ego to say, hey, it really was great to work with you. If it wasn't, don't lie. Be honest, right? Come from contribution. See how you can help them. Another great script that's really easy right now, especially if you're in a market where it is more difficult, inventory's low, we know most of the answers. They're saying they want more inventory, they're struggling with their business, their production's down, something is happening in their business, and all you have to say is, what is your greatest challenge right now in this real estate market? And listen. Listen to them, genuinely listen, see if there's something you can bring to them of value. But here's what we do know. Whatever they say, no matter the answer, there's a solution here at Keller Williams. Someone can help them, whether it's a training class we have coming up, it could be coaching, it could be a one-on-one with the team leader who can strategize, it could be a brainstorming session with you and them on different ways of doing something. We've written the books, we've written the models. We have a solution, I promise you. So ask them. And most likely they're going to ask you back. So be prepared to say, actually, I was having the same issue, or I had this kind of struggle and my company helped me. They helped me overcome it. They may be able to help you overcome your challenges. Why don't you come and meet with my team leader? Why don't you come to a class? That's it. It's nice and easy. And a really neat one we learned recently is, why don't you ask them, hey, what do you like about your company? What's something that they do right now that helps you grow your business? And it's an interesting question because A, we can learn from it. And a lot of times they're going to say, you know what? I don't think my company is helping me grow my business. They just go after the status quo. Keep selling, keep selling, keep selling. No one's asking them typically what they want. No one's asking them, what are your goals? How do we help you achieve them? Where do you want to be in 5 years? So that question is actually a loaded question because it'll probably reveal whether they're happy or not. And you can keep following up with them. So those are some 3 easy scripts to do. Take advantage of them. Go get your fair share of the profit share. Take advantage of this major opportunity and do it for you and your family. Have a conversation at least once a week with an agent and watch your profit share grow. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a like. Leave me a comment below. I would always love to hear from you. And follow me on KW Connect today.
Awesome. Awesome.
Every single Sunday, I send out a watch list for free of the absolute best stocks that are.
Got it. Thanks, Jay Cermak. That was good. I mean, those scripts are pretty basic, right? They made sense to everybody, I would imagine. I mean, the first one, the co-op script, basically is you're complimenting them and thanking them, and would like your team leader to call them to thank them. Would you please promise me to take Carlos's call when he calls you? That's a real easy one. Everybody should be doing that all the time. I think today we have 4 new opportunities. Carlos and I have been talking about this. I think first, you guys can easily make care calls, right? We're talking about care calls to your database. Make care calls to other agents that you've had deals with and that you know. Just check in with them. How are they doing? How's their family? Just that. And don't take it any further than that. Because I can tell you that that's not happening. Have other agents called you to check on you, Marissa? Probably not, right? From other companies, no. So do that. That's the first one. The second one is call, like Jay said as well, call and just ask them about their challenges. Everything is challenging right now, right? But say, really, what's your greatest challenge right now? And then offer up that you're there to brainstorm solutions with them. And that can lead you into point number 3, but tied to number 2 would be, at 4:30 every day, 150 of us get on a Zoom call and we have a Q&A session about what are our challenges, what's confronting us right now, and what are the possible solutions. It's really, really helpful. On a daily basis, we have that. So you're going to help them with their challenges and offer them up to come to our 4:30 session. Come offer up. First thing, one thing you should absolutely be doing right now to everybody is offering our Zoom training calendar. Put it on your signature, your email signature. Put it everywhere. Put it attached to, create a text signature. Invite agents to come to any Zoom class they want, and they can come incognito. We don't need to know who they are. They can be totally, what's the word? I can't think of the word. Just hit, yeah, anonymous, right. That's point number 3. And then point number 4 is Carlos and I would like to offer up coaching for outside agents. Just again, help them talk further through these challenges. We're going to call it Mind Shift Coaching, and we're going to set up a schedule where we have certain slots, probably starting next week, certain slots available. And you can say, you know what? I'd really like to offer you coaching for the next 2 months for free with our team leader and assistant team leader, and see if they'd be interested in that. Again, they're not getting that kind of support, not getting any of the support that we have within our organization, guys. And then this is just another level, but it's a connection for you to make with that agent and offer them that and see if they're interested. We'd love to talk to them, and I'd love to set up a schedule with them. Those are just 4 thoughts that Carlos and I had of looking at this from a different perspective in today's world. And Carlos, anything to add to that?
No, I think you hit the nail on the head. Just remember that you don't have to know every single aspect of a recruiting call. Your jobs, you guys are excellent salespeople, so continue to be excellent salespeople. The only thing we'll ask you is just to, allow us to do the recruiting by a simple referral. It's very, very, very simple. Like our next guest is gonna show you that it's really as simple as saying, hey, why don't you just give this person a phone call?
Yeah, totally. And that's perfect segue. So Diego Ubilis is with us today. Diego, you recently had a success story with Profit Share, and would like you to share that with everybody and talk about how did that even happen? Did you have to work at it? Was it pretty natural? How did it go down?
Good morning, guys. How are you? Hope everyone is staying safe and their families. So I had basically came across Gold Coast again, which was a firm that Steven and Carlos successfully were able to bring over to Keller Williams. We had met at a networking event after 4 months I had left the brokerage, and we had just spoke about a couple of things regarding what they plan to do in 2020 and what they were what the aspiration was, because they also do developments. So the broker had mentioned that he was planning to move over his firm over to Century 21, which once he said he was planning to move to Century 21, I just stopped everything that we were talking about regarding that move. And I said, listen, you have to contact Steven at Keller Williams. We're the #1 firm in Fairfield County, #2 in the state, looking to be #1. We have amazing technology, this and the third. And they had known that I left Gold Coast to come back to Keller Williams because originally I was at KW when I first got my license a couple of years ago. And then I had left the firm, and I realized that there's nothing that compares to Keller Williams and the training and the team and the support that we have. So making that point of view, that point across to them, they saw that I wasn't just BSing them. I was actually being genuinely telling them that this would be a great move, because Century 21 is not the firm that they were a couple of years ago, compared to like us and the big heavy hitters. So we had spoke, I had connected them to Steven, and Steven was able to successfully set up a meeting with my old broker and invite them to family reunion. That's where they captured the vision of Keller Williams and what Keller Williams is about in the next couple of years, in the next decade, in this century. And I guess after that, they saw that, and they realized that they wouldn't compete with Keller Williams in the years to come or any other big firm, because they just didn't have the technology or the support. You know, it was just a boutique brokerage, couple people, and that was pretty much a lot of what they discussed.
Yeah, totally. And let me ask you, so when you had that conversation and you said to them, I believe how it went down was, because you came to me with their information, you said, I'm going to give your information to Steve. Would you please take his call when he calls you, right? That's all you did.
Yeah, basically that's pretty much all the referrals I've given to Steven, aka Mr. Scott. You know, just have him reach out to whoever I'm referring them to, and he'll take it away from there. Just make sure that when you see this number, pick up the phone, because it would definitely be worth your time, and it certainly was.
Well, you did a masterful job at that, and you know that organization has joined us. They were an independent, and that's a huge opportunity, guys, that Carlos and I are now focusing on more, because KW has created a independent program where we have flexibility how we roll these companies in. And so think about that too, not just individual agents that you know. Think about some small mom and pops throughout Fairfield County, throughout Connecticut, period, even in Westchester. And we can reach out to them too, because the opportunity is vast right now. I mean, we talk about in a crisis, when opportunity comes from a crisis, that there is opportunity coming out of this, like there is from any shift. That, you know, one, our technology, you know, has just really finally rolled out completely. That's in place. And now we're coming through one of the toughest shifts of a market that we've seen since the Depression. There's a huge opportunity, because some of these small independents guys may not exist a year from now. So it's an opportunity for them to come under our umbrella, stay whole, and benefit from everything that KW has, including the technology. So it's really a great opportunity. It's very timely. So we just wanted to reach out to you guys. We're here for you. If you have any questions, you just have an idea like, hey, what about, you know, Betty's Boutique over in Norwalk, whatever. Let us know who you're thinking about, and we can brainstorm how you approach them, whatever your connection is to them, where you approach them, and then we can, you know, have the opportunity to call them after you've spoken to them. Anything else, Carlos?
No, and just like Steve and Diego said, you know, you're not a recruiter, and we don't want you to worry about, you know, how am I gonna, you know, what am I gonna say to them, and all you have to do is just plant the seed. We'll water it, and we'll be that sun out there, you know, following up on them, and we'll do everything, because we truly want your profit share to grow. You know, we truly, truly, truly want your profit share to grow, because, you know, a lot of people have benefited from profit share. Steve is one of those people who personally benefited from profit share. So we really want your profit share to grow. So you just help us help you.
Yeah, and then just the quick poll I took of everybody, there's about 55 to 60 referrals in this group. And I've taken note of everybody that's attending today. I'm gonna hold you accountable. Let's go. Let's start building those referrals, and let's build those numbers for you guys this year, because it's very doable, and I want it for you. I mean, as you know, Rick is being very, very conscientious and frugal with our budget right now. But when we come through this, guys, we're going to come through fine, and hopefully there won't be too much of a dip with profit share. And then once we're through this, there's going to be pent up demand, and the numbers are going to be astronomical. So let's see who we can bring into the fold now to help them be more successful when things are back in the game. Does it make sense? Cool. Anything else, Carlos?
Nope, that's it. Thank you guys for your time, and hope to hear
That's
from
good.
you.
Profit share, guys. Thanks, Diego.
Guys,
Thank you. Appreciate it.
bye.
See you later. Bye.